Hey.
What is it you pray for?
Okay, just double check, make sure that we are in fact actually live. It appears that we are. Sorry about that. Yeah. Sorry about any delays on y'all's end in chat because StreamYards is trying to fuck me in the ass as hard as it possibly can right now. So, but we're here, and welcome to the 56th episode of Abyssal Musings. Tonight we have a bit of a change up in lineup and all that. Today was the promised cryptids episode. We're having a little trouble with some of the links, so we'll work with it as best we can. It's fine. You'll also notice that Lawrence Knight is not with us. He had a medical emergency and is not going to be with us tonight. But keep your fingers crossed if you do prayer or whatever, maybe keep him in your thoughts, that kind of thing. He should be okay, but just in case, that said, we have a couple of people with us here to discuss creepy crawlies from across the world. Ryan.
Hi, my name is Ryan. I'm the Dirty Rex Fucker. No, I'm not Nomi. I had a joke about it and I fucking forgot.
Well done you. Yeah, well done you. And also joining us tonight, we have Caucasian Sasquatch.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the location where we scream our most observant thoughts into absolutely nothingness.
Oh, I remember the joke. Nomi couldn't be here because she's afraid of the chupacabra. Yeah.
Oh, was that it? Yeah.
There's more to it, but I'm not going to go in depth because it gets a little racist.
Okay, that wasn't.
Well, speaking of Nomi, she just added a video on her story on Instagram. So
yeah. So all right, before we get too far in, I want to say hello to the chat. With Scotty Waddles at 1:30 p.m. Hey now yourself, sir. Welcome. See the smoking auditor stop by around 4:35. Good to see you. Kohai Maskist, who
boo.
Yeah, who's our den mother, apparently. Good to see you though. So I see Brielle here in chat. We got Zillage. Always a good time with Zillage. JB. Caucasian Sasquatch, who's up here on the panel with us. And I believe that is everybody so far. So, oh, nope. ATL Transparency News. Welcome to the show. So we will try to shout out as you come in if we missed you. Otherwise, hopefully we're not too boring and lame for, the internets. Tonight, we're going to be talking about a subject that shouldn't get us in trouble. So hopefully this goes well. Meantime, gentlemen, cryptids.
Yes.
We have one on the panel with us, so he should know a thing or two.
Well, I got a few cousins, but listen.
Yeah.
I don't know how eating people gets fun. Just start right there. Try not to do that. It's bad mojo. But seriously, I have one issue with there being a large primate wandering around North America after the 1920s. Previous, I have no problem with it.
Which is?
The lack of American chestnuts. I mean,
I'm not making the connection.
New England all the way to Georgia without having to pack a lunch because you could just roast chestnuts every night because you could just pick them up out of the ditches. And they kept all winter. They were always there.
Dude, are you seriously talking about nuts?
Nuts. American chestnuts. Yes, sir. Up until 1920, there were so many.
We know you're talking about American chestnuts.
I'm surprised I'm not talking about yours, to be honest.
Yeah, well, you got that rainbow fucking microphone going on there, so wow.
You like rainbows.
Well, I didn't say I didn't. Just for the record, I wanted to highlight something. No woman, boo to you. Really? Fuck.
Oh, Kawhi. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome, Anonymous. Welcome, Special K. So, yeah, I don't know. Because there are variations on it, right? There are variations on the large primate / hominid roaming the wilds of the Americas. You got the Sasquatch himself, Bigfoot.
Yep.
You got the skunk ape.
Yep. And that's the Everglades.
Yeah. There's and that's just off the top of my head because obviously I'm a retard. I can't think of anymore. The ones I'm thinking of course, are not in the Americas.
Right.
Like you.
Hold on. You got the Sasquatch, the rod jumper, the stump bumper. You got the swamp monster, the Honey Island swamp monster. You've got. Are we just talking about Sasquatch type critters? Skunk ape.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the skunk ape is supposed to be a Sasquatch type critter, but not as tall as Sasquatch, right? The skunk ape is supposed to be a little bit smaller.
And I was just talking about North America. If you get off of the continent over here, you can get down south and run into orang pendek. You could get your basic little people thing going on with the whole Hobbit concept. Those things are actually real. You hop over to Africa and you can get into some Deos and what's that thing called? A Bodini?
Something like that. Yeah. What's the one in Australia called the Yowie?
Yowie and the Bunyip. The Yowie. Mm-hmm. All right. So these two myths are kind of convoluted into each other depending on which side of the continent you're on in Australia. In one set of Dreamtime myths, the Yowie is a large, sort of scaly creature that hunts the night and comes after children, and in the other one, it's the Bunyip, that's that kind of creature, and the other one's fuzzy, and I don't know why that is.
Yeah, then you got the Yeti in Asia.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Might be related.
Possibly, yeah.
What about caves? We got some Hollow Earth stuff going on here, like
possibly. I don't know. When you get into Hollow Earth, though, that brings to mind things like Nessie.
Well, Nessie, what, Hollow Earth, really?
Yeah, because up until the last 2 decades, Loch Ness was one of the deepest bodies of water on planet Earth that had never been mapped to the bottom. And so, yeah, it was believed entirely plausible for a very long time that it connected to possibly a Hollow Earth kind of scenario, which would explain Nessie being like a plesiosaur.
Well, she would have to be a plesiosaur. I'm just saying if you map the description of the animal itself, then she would have to be a plesiosaur because she has 4 paddle type fins.
Well, she could have been an elasmosaur. They're more or less the same shape. They've got a different head.
I should say, are we splitting hairs here? Like, how fine are we splitting these hairs?
I don't know. I guess how long is the show?
Oh, okay. Well, we got time, so go ahead.
Yeah.
I managed to get that crap working, by the way. What's up, Grim? Good to see you, bud.
Nice. Yeah. But yeah, so like you talk about that though, like because Hollow Earth theory basically dictates that there is, or says that there is a duplicate inverted world under the crust of the planet, right, with its own sun, and it's always noon because the sun hangs out in the center and all that shit, and that the dinosaurs that survived whatever cataclysm wiped them out on the surface went there. And it was believed for a long time that if such a place were to exist, then Loch Ness would be one of the access points.
And I would have a stegosaur burger.
Probably considered a dangerous species. You wouldn't be able to eat it.
Not until they actually exist. There will be this rare period of time right when we find it, but before they define the species where we can go in and eat whatever we want.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, I would. I love putting strange meat in my mouth. I mean,
And this is why you're my hetero life partner. It's not the other way around. I'm the fucking top. You're the bottom bitch.
yeah. He keeps telling people that in public, but I mean, I'm the one who's marionetting this bitch's body with my tentacles right up his bum. So
Jesus,
there's that.
It's so
I'm
rank
so
already.
moist. I'm
It's
just
so terrible, and it's only 10 minutes in.
We've
Right.
already resorted to this. You know, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, but yeah, in terms of cryptids, like when you talk about cryptids, like most people they think of things like Bigfoot or even the Chupacabra or the Mothman or what have you, but it's actually a very, very wide range of things. A lot of which come from various mythologies around the world, some of which come from things that people believe to have been sighted. Like for instance, there's a pygmy tribe in Africa that swears up and down that there's a monster roaming through deepest, darkest parts of Congo that looks exactly like the description of a diplodocus, like to this day. They've described it. They've never had anything to do with archaeology or paleontology or any of that stuff. They didn't even know what it's called in the world of science. But when they described it and they drew it out, it matched the descriptions of what people thought a diplodocus would look like.
May I?
Yeah, go nuts.
Diplodocus.
Man, I've been saying diplodocus since I was like 6 years old. I ain't changing now.
That doesn't make it right.
I'd probably change it
to Diplodocus.
It's a Diplodocus.
No, man. I look. I'm old school. I believe I still refer to the brontosaurus as the brontosaurus.
So is it a lookalotopus?
That's a very different thing.
Wait a second. No, that's totally
just for the record, there, sir. Okay, we have a lady in the chat. Okay, there's a lady in the chat, sir, with your mouth. Man. She said, "What it do?"
Yeah, I can tell.
I figured with her education, she'd be able to spell better, but okay. I'm just kidding. I know what it is, Samuel. Just giving her a hard time.
It's slang, and not only that, she's a polyglot, and English isn't even her second language; it's her third.
I know.
I'd say she's pretty good at it.
She's smarter than us retards on this panel.
How are you?
I mean, but you know, we can't all be as smart as the Diplodocus or whatever the fuck Samuel said.
Diplodocus. It's not that hard. It sounded it out. You know, that's how it looks. That's phonetically.
Really, with the sound it out. That's where you're going with that.
There's a. Never mind.
Yeah. There's a die and there's a plod. So instead of a D, imagine it's a T. Diplod.
No, we're not doing that anymore.
Shit.
You're gonna lose it.
I mean, Ryan would know. He is the dirty Rex fucker.
Yes, that's why I'm saying, hello, let's fucking get it right. Get it fucking right, all right? Because she don't play around.
Good God, son. You don't know what you do to me.
Apparently, if you watched a Game of Thrones. Apparently, if you watched Star Trek Engage 2 weeks ago, I riled somebody else up too, and I didn't even know. Dude, they're on me. Well, yeah, you were there, right?
Sure,
You did. Well, I don't know. Do you have an alternate fucking account where you pretend to be a girl?
You too.
All right, I'm going away again because I'm still in my half of my work uniform and I haven't showered. I'll be back. Don't worry, you bearded bastard. Jesus.
No, man.
We can't smell
it's
you.
Almost
right?
there.
No, Hold on, I gotta take care of an animal
Oh,
problem.
wow. I would say that the animal problem is here on the panel. Zillage says, I feel ashamed. I used to know my dinosaurs when I was a kid. I did too, for a long time. I was really into dinosaurs. That led me down a number of paths. But yeah, point is, however you pronounce it, guys, that there is a description of an animal that appears to be that animal in recent history tramping around the Congo in deepest, darkest forested Africa.
All right. So, what's your favorite cryptid specific?
Oh, off the top of my head, I would probably say, I don't know. It depends on how far out we're going here.
Okay, let's do some parameters here. Let's do some defining characteristics. A cryptid cannot be an extinct creature. So we're not talking about something that actually existed. We know for a fact.
You sure?
Are you going to go with like giant ground sloths in South America? I mean, technically, it's a cryptid, but
No.
There could be there.
I was going to probably off the top of my head, first thing that pops into my mind is my favorite would be the manticore.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that.
Yeah. Well, I'm even going as far to say that for the longest time, like Architeuthis was thought to be a cryptid because it was, the giant squid. I mean, the things are we have record of them. I mean, now to this day, but like back then, they wouldn't be considered a cryptid.
Are you saying you're wanting the giant squid to be your?
I'm just saying scientifically that just because it's something that we don't understand right now doesn't mean we won't someday, because
I get that.
It's a very large planet, and yes,
And
emphasis on the large.
Accused from cryptids. He went with a mythical cryptid.
Okay, well, I mean, I went from something that was in myth to something that became reality. So,
well, like to that point, Zillage asked, so manticores are cryptid. Thought that was like chimera in mythology, kind of. So manticores do appear in classical mythology and Hellenic lore. They also, I believe, appear in ancient Persian stuff and Babylonian. There might even be a mention of them in Egypt. The thing about the manticore is like the unicorn. Right. It was believed that at one time they might have been real creatures, but these were deliberately left off of Noah's Ark at the time of the flood and were therefore rendered extinct.
Right.
But there's no evidence left behind, which puts them in the cryptid category. Like, we don't have skeletons of unicorns. We don't have skeletons of
dragons, because I'm totally choosing dragons.
I would put dragons in as cryptids. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. Well, I would claim European dragons as cryptids, since they're more godlike in Asia.
Which doesn't necessarily count it out of the cryptid category, according to this philosophy we're going with. Okay. We're gonna need some tighter parameters, fellas.
Yeah.
Because
what?
I'm going to go with Theseus.
Well, Theseus is a demigod.
Well, I mean, defining characteristics are what we're looking for here. That doesn't count? Okay.
Well, you got to take the chupacabra, for example, right? The chupacabra, the goat sucker, right? There are descriptions of such a creature, but there is no photographic evidence of such a creature. There might be some drawings here and there. Mm-hmm. There were incidents that involved goats being exsanguinated for some reason or other, but they never really found out what did that. The chupacabra was sort of a way to explain that, but no one's ever really seen one. They've just it's like my cousin's second, third aunt, heard about this guy one time or ran into one with his car.
I got one. So Special K just mentioned the skinwalker, Wendigos. Dude, those things are evil.
That's a special order thing though, because Wendigos used to be men.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they did.
Okay, they're not.
Yeah, but they were.
Okay.
I mean, well, they were they become a mutated form. So
Consumed by ravenous hunger.
theory.
Uh,
Yeah, the theory is that they were men once who went mad in the wilderness and developed a hunger for human flesh, and it changed them, and it made them immortal, but it also made them completely inhuman.
I like the Rougarou.
Well, even
That's a variant of the werewolf, is it not?
Well, the werewolves change on the full moon. The Rougarou change once a month, but not on a specified event. They're generally associated with a family name or a lordship or a particular property or some crap.
So I always thought that Rougarou was a local bastardization of loup-garou, which is French for werewolf.
Well, the loup-garou is French, and that's a French thing, whereas the Rougarou is a Cajun adaptation of the same concept that was carried to the New World like way back. It's just
so I got one for you. That I got one. My favorite cryptid. If I had to pick one cryptid, I would say probably the Beast of Gévaudan.
Oh, dude, that one's wild. I did a whole show on this particular one. You want to go through? You remember the years and stuff?
Not off the top of my head, but I can find out.
1470 or 1412 or something.
No, it was later than that. It was 1600s because they were using flintlocks and stuff at the time.
Right. Yeah, because the tax collector guy shows up and was like, "Oh, we'll take care of this," and then shows back up with the men, and it didn't work out because they formed a firing line.
Yeah, I believe he was a naturalist who had fought in the French Indian War. So this would have been 1700s, give or take. I don't have the dates right off the top of my head, but what we do know is that there was some sort of large animal that nobody could accurately describe because most of the people who actually saw it ended up dead. That killed something like 180 people in the Montmouchet area of France, in a place called Gévaudan, over a period of months, and then disappeared.
Okay, something to also bring up. This is also during an extremely rough winter between a group of wars that took place. And the wolves in this time period, this is not the only town that was beset by a monster. There were several alpine towns that got cut off that winter, and some of them were completely wiped out by wolves. Wolves. Threat to humanity.
Well, good news is that they've introduced gray wolves back into Colorado. So, cheers for humanity.
Yeah, that's a mistake.
One more step down on the.
It's not really a mistake. I mean,
it absolutely is a mistake. The environment has changed completely since they were chased out of Colorado in the first place. They were introduced into Wyoming too. And, I mean, we're talking about animals that are, they're going to be reintroduced in areas, they're like, oh, they won't come anywhere near humans. So, yeah, well, if you've ever been to Greeley, Colorado, the place is chock full of fucking sheep. They'll absolutely come around.
Look at your phone, Samuel.
Look at your phone, Samuel. Look at your phone. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Yeah, I see that. Amira. Not as of right now. I haven't seen him. No. So, but yeah, it's just like the reintroduction of the gray wolf back to places that had been wild but have since been paved over is a bad fucking idea. You know how many idiot hippies there are?
Yeah, Boulder's full of them.
Yeah, but I mean, they'll be like, oh, well, we're gonna go live free and wild with the wolves. I was like, you're gonna get your nuts.
No, the fuck you're not. You're gonna get your nuts eaten off.
I got one for you.
I don't think these idiots understand how big a gray wolf is.
Oh, they're fucking huge.
They're massive. I don't think people realize how many pigs there are out there.
What?
Pigs are an invasive species.
Oh
Wolves,
yeah,
not
okay. Boars.
pigs. Boars. Not
Wild
cops.
pig.
Calm down, dude.
It
Jeez.
was. No, you earned it. You earned it. I like it. You're such a smart ass. It's even better.
Eh.
No, yeah. Wild
You
pigs
know.
are a fucking blight, dude. They're all
Yeah.
over Florida, and they
Here's the thing. When they do those calculations on like how much of what there is to eat and stuff, I'm not sure they're taking into account the fact that wild pigs are literally taking over the whole area. They're completely eliminated javelinas, desert and stuff. It's crazy. Madness.
No, wild boars in Florida are you can basically, if you can kill it, you can haul it out. Like just tag as many as you can, just go nuts. Seriously,
Yep.
they'll give you a free range license just to, I mean, just mow them down. And you know what's kind of sad too is that even the boa constrictor in Florida is actually considered a pest. It's a parasite
Yeah.
because it's nuking the environment.
Well,
And it, because people, their pets get lost or whatever and stuff like that, they multiply, they start killing off all, it's a big
it's not
problem.
that they're pests. It's that they're an invasive species from another freaking continent.
Mhm.
You can kill and eat all of those you want.
Yeah. I mean, they encourage you to, I mean, they'll actively hunt those. I mean, you'll get fish and wildlife and stuff like that. They'll find them. They'll haul them out. I mean, they're because it's a big problem. But the boar issue is fucking wild.
Up until the
Mhm.
1900s, the gorilla was considered a cryptid. They thought they were actual people that lived in the actual jungle and just didn't wear clothes.
We found my
Yep.
ancestors. So, I mean, I
Well,
I am on the larger side. So,
Ooh, ooh.
well, they
got to
they,
be
they
some
were even.
Sasquatch in my DNA somewhere.
They gonna be if you keep on.
I was gonna say, you want some?
You fucking perv.
What even after they discovered the gorilla, they didn't know anything. They still didn't quite understand that they were not on the
I
same
got
level
one.
of us in terms of sapiens until Diane Fossey, I think, right?
There was a case in the early days of the slave trade. This is like that magical period between, hey, there's people in Africa, why don't we get them to work for us? There was that moment where they were just sampling and just picking up folks from here and there, and somebody stopped on the coast of somewhere along the Gold Coast over there, and they talked to some random chief, and they were like, yeah, there's fuzzy people in the forest. And he was like, I don't believe you. Well, go get you some. They went out, captured some gorillas and brought them back, threw them on the ship, and they went nuts because and the captain got mad because they wouldn't talk to him, and so he shot them, skinned them, and had the skin shipped back to Portugal or wherever he was from. And
I'll
that's the
say
first
this.
evidence of gorillas
I
ever.
like the fact that, like, the beginning of your story started out, it sounded like a human sampler buffet of like, well, we'll just try a little bit this and like, it's like,
Well, I mean, we are talking about the very end of the age of exploration, bud.
sir, would you like to try the sampler? It's like, oh yeah,
A
yes, I
little bit of
will.
South
I'll
Caribbean
have
with
a
some
little bit of
honey.
the chocolate there, and dark chocolate. You got to get some of that. It's like, sorry, Samuel, about your channel
Oh,
getting moved
whoa,
later
whoa!
on.
Now, I am not from Havana.
Hey,
Fuzzy
Beak.
people. What's up, Beak? Good old Beak.
Yeah. So, but there have been a number of things, as we know, that we believed to be myth that turned out to be real. Like Ryan was saying earlier about the Architeuthis, or you just brought up the gorillas. Um, and then there have been a few things that have just been relegated to myth because we've never found any evidence of them too. For example, even though I know there are a lot of people out there who believe in this thing, and it may have been a thing at one point, but I'm not so sure it is now. The megalodon.
Wait, what?
My,
You don't think
my
the
wife
megalod?
has a megalodon tooth. It was
No,
totally.
I'm not saying that it didn't ever exist. I'm saying that I'm not convinced that they are currently existent.
Oh yeah, no, it's too. There's no way. It's too big.
I'm going to
Something.
call that highly unlikely.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Mhm.
say. What now? There are obviously there have been prehistoric fish that have been fished out of the ocean, right? That have been
Sure.
thought to be
Mhm.
long extinct. The megalodon,
Like
though,
the coelacanth, for example.
is the size of a fucking whale, um, and it would need to eat whales to live. Like
Yeah, essentially.
even back then, back in megalodons actually got in fights and actually fought sperm whales, right? And many times a sperm whale family would actually chase the megalodon off. Now it would probably usually severely injure, maybe a lesser subadult, stuff like that. And of course, once it's injured, it just kind of falls to the depths and the megalodon would get its meal. But a megalodon was no match for a family of sperm whale. But
Well,
it,
no,
it
because whales communicate with each other when they hunt.
yes. Well, also at the same time too, because it's an oversized great white shark. A whale's communication, its sonar, so to speak, can actually cause confusion with the shark too. And if they ram the shark hard enough, yeah, not just in the ribs, but even somewhere in its
The
facial,
gills.
Mhm.
with the gills, even in its face and stuff like that, it can actually cause the shark to stop moving. It stun it enough to where it can actually drown.
Well, yeah, and they would sink as well. Is
Yes,
something that a
yes.
lot of people don't understand about sharks. Even though they are fish, they are one of the only types of fish that do not have a float bladder.
Yep.
So if they are not constantly moving, they don't just drown because they most fish can draw water in through their gills without swimming through it. They can just breathe it, whereas sharks can't. Sharks have to be moving forward all
Hmm.
the time. But in
Yeah.
conjunction with that, they also don't have a float bladder. They don't have a ballast, as it were, that keeps them from just sinking. So they have to constantly be fighting against that all the time. It's one of the
Samuels,
reasons they're so tough.
what
It's where
have you
the
been reading?
oh, I was just gonna say
What's
real
that?
quick. Yeah, sorry, dude. Go ahead.
What have you been reading?
Lots of stuff. But first
Cool.
and foremost, in terms of sharks, was I'd have to say Eugenie Clark.
Just for me personally, I watch a lot of documentaries. So I'm that nerdy kid that loves documentaries. I'll watch them for fun, like because I'm like,
Hey,
whoa.
do y'all remember when Animal Planet decided it was just going to start lying about stuff? We found mermaids. Look at the mermaids we found. Megalodon's real. We got Bigfoot.
Um, no, but I remember when Animal Planet started becoming like reality television. That was weird. Kind of like Discovery Channel became reality television, or the History Channel. It was like, oh, I remember when they would talk about history. Oh, Machu Picchu, and it's like, oh, okay, well, we're gonna. It's like, no, we're talking about
Aliens. Wait, what?
ancient aliens. I gave a little bit of a pass because at least they explored ancient areas, and then they had
And
like
it
an
was at least
interpretation from a
he had the
different.
guy with the hair.
So, I mean, they did talk to a lot of like-minded people, but they did have every once in a while have a guy who like kind of thought outside the box, and I was like, okay, that's kind of cool.
Correct me
Um,
if I'm wrong, but isn't one of the persons from that show currently an admiral in like the Navy? I think
I have no idea.
the honorary one. The pretty sure from.
I'd have
I
to
think it's on that one.
have to Google it. I have no idea. Um, I
I,
don't
Yeah, I just did.
know.
I
Oh,
just
I,
god
did.
damn you.
What?
if
God,
it's not in the kitchen or the
God, you fold
bedroom,
like a cheap
what are you
suit,
gonna do
dude.
with it?
Jesus. You're like that
Actually,
guy in
I
the
think.
shower room in fucking state prison who's like going, okay, okay, fellas, let me just spread them cheeks.
Well, no, Amira was one of my first wrenches on this channel, but that
I
was with her
know,
old
I'm
channel, which got
kidding.
nuked. So
kidding. I haven't seen her in a while, so I have to give her a hard time.
Right. But back to the topic at hand. Squatch, what would you say that your favorite cryptid is?
If we're just staying in classic cryptid circles, I mean, honestly, I got to go with like Sasquatch, Bigfoot type. It's the look at it this way. If I walked up to you and I said, "Hey, I have these two creatures, and one of them is mythical. One is a white horse with a horn, and the other is a 17-foot tall leopard cat hybrid thing like deer. One's called a unicorn, the other's called a giraffe. Which one's fake?"
I mean,
can
that's
imagine
fair.
a horse with a horn. A giraffe is hard to imagine.
Well, a giraffe was also one of those animals that was considered by European society to be a fucking myth until they brought one back to England.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that trip. What are we going to do, sir? I have no idea, but put it in the hold.
Yeah.
Can we cut it up a little bit?
Well, I mean, to be honest, so was Gigantopithecus was thought to be a myth too, until of course the bones started, which is what King Kong is based off of. Giant gorilla.
Right.
Exaggerated, but yes.
Sure.
It's not. No, it's not that big because I guess if you would, King Kong
was 50 feet tall, man.
Yeah.
Well, yes, not in the remake though. It was more accurate size because it took on what was a modified version of a Tyrannosaurus, which would be like an I-Rex. And so it was more somewhat normal size. What the hell is he doing?
Are you talking about the Peter Jackson movie?
Yes, I am, but still, that's more accurate to what would be a Gigantopithecus than actual King Kong itself. The giant,
he was still pretty goddamn big in that.
Well, he was the size of a Tyrannosaurus.
He could hold up what's her name in one hand.
Yeah, a Tyrannosaurus could hold her up in his mouth. I don't know what you're getting at here.
No, I'm just saying that's still those proportions for an animal that's that muscular is kind of extreme in terms of like land animals. He'd collapse under his own weight.
Well, Gigantopithecus was anywhere from what I understand, 12 feet to about 20 feet tall. It's a giant fucking gorilla. It's fucking huge.
Or pongid. It might have been a giant pongid. We don't have a hip socket to tell the difference.
It's a good point. I mean, I'm just saying. Oh yeah, sorry.
Do either of you guys know what a fornima is?
Your mama.
Let me Google it.
She would not appreciate that.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is, so I wouldn't
his
know.
mother watches this, and I've actually behaved myself. So,
Did you just stick your tongue out from behind an avatar?
I did, yeah, actually, a little bit.
Jesus Christ.
A fornima is a genus of small deep sea hyperlid amphipods of the family. I'm not going to read that. It is found throughout the world's ocean except in polar regions. All right. It looks like
transparent crustacean.
It looks like a dad.
I've got some cryptid footage.
Dude, I don't want to see your balls again. Seriously, I swear to God, if you send me
that for later, bro. Listen.
Okay.
That's for after. I'm going to show you the whole thing. It's the entire glory of it. But this is a combination of different sightings of various Sasquatches. Some are fake, some are real. Enhanced.
Oh, that one I saw. Yeah. Surprised he didn't pull out a newspaper.
Right? I kind of feel like this dude was out there hunting elk and the train come along and he's out there in his ghillie suit and he just laid his gun down and walked away from where it was at just in case.
Yeah.
And then he thought about, crap, I'm in a ghillie suit. This is going to be on the news. Sat me well. It's got a lot of pixel drag in it though, and it bothers me.
Yeah,
right, so
well, it was from pretty far away on a phone, wasn't it?
Yeah, and from a train. So
Yeah.
there's that. Now, I don't know how many of y'all remember this one from a few years ago. Dude pops up on YouTube and he's got some kind of absurdly clear footage that's also weirdly not. And I went and got a couple of clips of it. There weren't any really good ones to get. So it's kind of crappy. There's not much I could really do about it. But it's just the dude, it's just a cryptid's head. You don't really get any definition or get to really see what it is. You can kinda, sorta, I don't know.
That looks like a black bear to me.
Uh
The way it sits, the way its color, it looks like a standard black bear.
right. So in this one, you have what appears to be at least one, possibly two critters walking away from the camera in the center. And it's been stabilized and slowed down, and there's not a whole lot to it, regardless of how you look at it.
I mean, there's definitely
Yes.
something moving, and they're larger.
It looked like
Right,
it had
but
a little
they-
booty there, though. Don't they got
Right,
booty?
but the second that that it gets up and starts moving, though, the camera pans up out of frame.
Yeah, which I don't like.
I know. And in the original, there's a hair more. I think this is just some dude wandering down the creek. Just some guy.
It kind of looks like the way
Ryan
what?
kind of looks like Ryan.
Yeah. I would just kind of say, to me personally, it
look.
looks.
There's a set of power lines running across right here.
Yeah.
They're not far from civilization at all.
And it's hard too to get a bearing on, like, a point of interest to try to estimate, like, size.
It kind of looks like he's holding his chest or his stomach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the way it's walking, it almost looks like it's at least one or two
Injured.
of its. Yeah, its arms are folded or injured, or it's walking with a gait like an elderly
Yeah.
person would.
Right, but from this far away
Which,
with that resolution, that could easily be somebody who, say, escaped from a jail and shed their clothes but got injured in the process.
or it could be somebody's elderly fucking grandfather who's wading
Mhm.
across the river and he's wearing all brown and
Well, by now it would be all brown regardless. I mean, he is wading across the river.
I mean, old people do weird shit.
Yes, sir.
Amir says, Samuel, move the menu bar.
Yeah, I can't do that. That's on the Sasquatch's screen.
Yeah, and it goes away after a second after I hit play. Now, this is supposedly a skunk ape in Florida. And there's several loops of it here. And it's basically just digging around in a tree. It looks more like a chimpanzee to me than it does a skunk ape, possibly a small gorilla, definitely not a silverback.
Yeah, no, it looks like a small gorilla. I mean, I'll admit that animals escape from the zoo, and in the Everglades, they have found shit that is beyond wild. Like they found boats that have been blown by hurricanes, abandoned houses that have been knocked over. I mean, just stuff that has been abandoned by civilization. So I wouldn't be surprised if
So this one is a little bit weird. The story behind this bit is the family was out filming what was going to be like a really early spring picnic. There's still snow on the ground, but there was a bunch of helicopters flying around, and they were also doing some shooting in the yard. And the helicopters show up, and they thought the helicopters were interested in the shooting until they saw this happen. And as soon as it happens, people react. I kind of edited most of it out because it's copyrighted slam to hell, but this tidbit slipped through. Watch over here. And I went and tinkered with this. Go away, go away. Now this movement occurs exactly when he pulls the trigger on that gun.
that last one looked like a person running.
Yeah, no, I was thinking that it was a helicopter that was looking for someone who had escaped, and they had made it that close to the place. and these folks just happen to be there and happen to catch homie.
Now, there's a possibility that we're looking in some of these cases, not at a Bigfoot, obviously, but it's some kind of feral human,
Sure.
like somebody who grew up in the woods away from civilization, doesn't speak, covered in their own filth, that kind of thing. I think the X-Files did an episode on that once, actually.
Yeah, it's called Detour.
No.
Oh, well, no. It's called the Jersey Devil. Is the first one. There was a second one they did. It was called Detour. That one, in my opinion, is better.
I did
regardless, what the concept is what I'm getting at here is where, like they're humans raised away or grew up away or survived or whatever since they were small children away from other humans. They grew up wild.
I understand what you're saying, but I think that the terminology of feral picks up a little bit before you get to the non-linguistic version of our species. You don't have to go full bone tomahawk over here to be a feral human. You just need a bus and to get far enough out into the freaking boonies and not participate in a census.
I'd agree.
Sure.
Once you're no longer
moonshiners too.
In society, you're not wrong. Accurate. All right, so this one I think is a bear. I'm not gonna lie, but check it out. Let's back it up a hair so the little bar will go away before it pops up. Go away, go away.
A broad shouldered son of a bitch.
No,
the only reason I don't think it's a bear is because the way it's walking. So it's sitting square right now like a bear could, but once it stands up and starts walking, bears don't walk like that.
No, they don't swing their shoulders back and forth like that.
No, they don't swing their shoulders like a human does.
Well, primates do.
Primates do, yes. All primates do.
Yeah. It's like that could be a gorilla, for example. It's got a broad head, it's got very broad muscular shoulders.
Sure.
But it also at the same time, the broad head comes to a point where you can see I would have to say again, the possibility of an escape animal. It happens all the time.
Was it
the last one? Yeah, that was,
What was
in
that?
Oregon.
In Oregon.
Oregon, huh? Yeah.
Oregon.
The thing that leads me away from thinking that it's necessarily straight up a gorilla is that gorillas generally aren't that color. That was a much more of a like a burgundy brown.
Yeah,
gorillas are.
Now, at the same time, though, there is a large amount of sunlight, so the way it's beaming off its fur, you could even have very dark brown hair, and
say that again.
It's gonna come off maybe more sandy blonde, depending on the way the sun saturation is.
Tell me about the hair, the sun on the fur again.
What the hell is wrong with you, you fucking weirdo? Samuel, why do you do this to me?
Because
you've been bitching about not being on the stream
camera.
with Sasquatch for like months.
I think it's I think it's been the better part of probably like 5 months, 6 months.
Yeah, you're just like, how come you have him on when I'm not on? Like I hear this from Ryan all the damn time. And the second he gets in a room with the man, he's like, I don't want to do it anymore.
Well, I mean, I gotta play into the character. I mean, shit. I mean, yeah, exactly. Kohai gets it. She's fucking laughing. She's like going, "Oh no, I get
it." No, it's a great thing. I love it every minute, every second of it. I do. Mm-hmm. That last one kind of bothers me because it's supposedly filmed in Oregon, but here's the thing: in Africa, a lot of the stuff that's growing around is non-toxic, and if it's at least non-toxic, a gorilla can just strip it and eat it. New shoots, new leaves, vines, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
North America is not quite like that.
No, it's the opposite.
You know what I'm saying? You can't just eat random leaves in North America. They're almost all toxic.
Yeah. Yeah, no, North America would probably the better part of probably like 40% of the plant life would be considered toxic here to animals.
Right. It's some of the most numerous things too.
Oh, there are things here that you like if you're stranded out, in the woods and stuff like that. You're like, oh well, you can try to survive and stuff like that. Like that, if you eat them, like you'll be dead within hours. It's like that's how toxic they are to humans.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
And we're not talking about the gimpy plant that makes you like off yourself because you touched it.
No, we're talking about straight up fucking poison. Like the
Right.
you'll be done, and you won't even know it until it's over.
Yeah. And it's regional too. Like you might be wise to the ways of the herbs in your area, the berries and the roots and all of that in your area, but you go to some other place. I mean, you're going to be in a completely different world.
The West and the Midwest is heavy with them as well too. So it's a little bit different environment when it's mountainous and stuff like that. And it's what the hell was that noise?
Andrew, one of them would die, would be my guess. I'm not 100% sure who wins that fight, but yeah, one of them's not walking out of there alive.
I'm pretty sure the bear killed them, though.
Yeah.
So primates are actually one of the rarities where things are opposite. I'm sorry, mammals, where things are opposite. So like males are larger than the females. So the male bear would actually be larger than the female gorilla.
Yes,
to where
a female gorilla is still a 600-pound mass of muscle.
Yeah, but a male bear is still going to be about 800 pounds.
Are we talking grizzlies? Like,
or black bears? Because black bears are considerably smaller than grizzlies.
Yeah, black bears are considerably smaller, but they're also the most aggressive. Unless
apparently, because he's trying to get it on with the gorilla.
Unless you're taking into account the Alaskan Kodiak, which is the largest brown bear.
Authority that there's a really easy way to tell the difference between bears. When they start chasing you, climb a tree. If it climbs up and eats you, it's a black bear. If it pushes it over and eats you, it's a grizzly.
There's an easier way to tell if the bear is as tall as a man, then it's a black bear. If it's taller, or if it's extremely tall, then it's a grizzly to a Kodiak.
Here's an easier way. If it's black, it's probably a black bear.
Well, not all black bears are black. They're black. They're black. God damn it, fucking Sass. Son of a bitch.
I got a joke for you.
Hey
Ryan,
Jesus,
can I see your face for this one?
Yeah, yes, you can. Hold on.
Please.
Fix my hat. Hold on. There you go.
Yes. How many Bantu tribesmen does it take to screw in a light bulb?
I don't know.
1. What are you, racist?
What the fuck does that? That's terrible. It's a horrible joke. It sounds like something well.
Laughing.
That's fair. Fucker. Fuck you. You dumbass. He's like, you laughed, dumbass.
You did. Mary says that's offensive. It's called African American bear.
I'd watch that too, especially if it was on cocaine.
Oh man,
I'm working on getting Meth Gator filmed.
I do it's not the greatest impression in the world, but I do a little bit of an impression of Yogi Cocaine Bear.
Grab the dangerous basket before we get all the hey yo boo boo. What else we got in that picnic basket?
Dear fucking God. What the fuck is wrong?
Yeah, well, I don't know, Yogi, but it looks like some cocaine spilled onto Ranger Rick's head.
We'd better lick it off then. Lickety split.
Anyway, that's about as good as it gets. It's like I said, it's not a good impression.
It's not the worst impression I've ever heard.
Yeah, no. I think we'll let the chat decide on this one.
Well,
Yeah, was that Yogi Bear or Hanna-Barbera?
Yeah.
Hey, boo boo, let me get some of that picnic basket.
Oh wait, is it fixing to go that way? Okay. Hey, boo boo, that's the most amazing picnic basket I've ever seen.
I mean, I could do a little bit of hey there, Scoob.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Raggy.
Not bad, not bad.
yeah, Kohai, I do too. And you're not the one who's on fucking panel with him.
Time after time after time.
Well, you think I'd learn my lesson, but apparently I'm a glutton for punishment. No, Squatch. That's not an invitation for you to say.
You beat me to it.
Zilch says, what is happening?
Zillage, we have officially gone off of the rails.
Well, consider this started earlier on Friday night's Royal Rumble, and we got off the fucking rails towards the end. And yes, you know, because you were there, it's not surprised it continued into this. Like,
yeah,
I generally
it's not
never
surprising.
the rails. I haven't seen rails.
Only rail I worry about's the third one.
Yeah, don't touch that one. Don't pee on it either. I have it on authority.
Whiz on the electric fence. That's also good life advice generally. Folks in the chat, don't piss on electric fences. It's not a good idea. Speaking as someone who has, it's you don't know. It's not good.
Bro, listen. It don't take a pig but once bumping into that thing to never do it again.
Yep. Well, I mean, it depends on the yield. You know, the one I peed on was formulated for cows, so it kind of kicked the shit out of me pretty bad.
I've been shocked by an electric fence, but it was one designed for large dogs, so nothing bigger than that. But it shocked it. I mean, I was a kid. When I say a kid, I mean I was probably 13, 12, 13. Shocked the fuck out of me. No, one designed for a fucking cow, dude, will knock you on your ass.
I got tangled up in a pig line electric fence. We were walking the perimeter picking up the limbs that had fallen after a storm, and it's got a light that flashes when it's shorted. So we were going around picking them up. We killed the power. Pops comes home while we were doing the walk, and he walked down, noticed the power was off, turned the power back on.
Oh shit.
A few minutes later, they find me over there kicking out. So you may have a solid argument on damaged goods on this department.
Yeah, it's
not my only brush with electricity either, but you know.
Oh, mine either. I was an apprentice electrician when I was 19 through my first 2 years of my 20s, and I have been shocked by a lot of different stuff. You know, the electric fence thing happened when I was a kid. You know, it was dark. I was in the middle of a field somewhere. I know Shadow was saying, share the story. I have before, by the way, but you know, I was out in the middle of nowhere, didn't see the fence. Sometimes the lines are real hard to see, and it was right in front of me, but I didn't see it. You know, no stars out, it's cloudy, and I had to pee. And I was like, well, I'm in the middle of a field. I can just do it right here. Nobody will know. So I whipped it out, started peeing, and next thing I know, I'm 12 feet behind where I was standing on my ass, and everything fucking hurt.
Yeah. If it's designed for the cattle, oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised I had children, to be honest with you.
I'm surprised your heart didn't stop. Seriously.
I did for a split second. But
oh, there you go.
Yeah,
I might have once paid a guy to pee on an electric fence, possibly, allegedly. And I might have conned him out of the money later.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Jeez.
I'll see him
anyway.
idiots.
Yeah. Long story short, 12-hour, like I spent the rest of the night exactly where I landed because I wasn't gonna fucking move. Like, I mean, the parts of me that were moving were not doing so voluntarily. So
I can
it's
see
just
it.
like I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna sit here for a minute. And
Homie
a
lands
minute turned into
up
like
on
12
the
hours.
ground,
And yeah,
puts the corn mountain lights. It just lays there in the rain.
yeah. I was just like,
Thinks
well,
about his
that
life
hurt.
and decisions that brought him to this point.
Mhm.
Smokes another one.
Yeah. And then when I grew up, I went and started a short-lived career in electricity. That's something the very first thing they tell you when you start out as an apprentice electrician is the second that you do not fear and respect this shit, you're dead.
Oh, I figured the first thing they would have told you is, yeah, you're gonna get fucking shocked and it's gonna blow your ass off. Like,
No, that was the second thing they told us. The
oh,
first
okay.
thing was the second that you do not fear and respect it, you're dead. Um,
I've been
the
shocked
second
enough
thing was
times
that,
that trust me.
and
Real quick. I don't know about you. I've been shocked so bad too that you know what you kind of lose a little bit of your control over your body. Let's just say that a little bit of we.
yeah, just a little.
Squatch is laughing. He's
Yeah,
Allegedly.
that's one of the. It's one of those things
allegedly.
they talk about, like being tased and stuff. Like there are people that I know, one of whom may or may not be in this chat right now. Who's like, yeah, it's like, oh, I could take it. It's like, I don't know that you understand what it is that you're talking about, man, because I've been tased, and trust me, no.
Wait, is that motherfucker here? Is he here?
Oh,
Yeah.
Shadow?
Oh no, I thought you were talking about fucking Dermy.
No,
Y-
Dermy's not
y-
here.
Since
Dermy,
well,
Dermy doesn't hang out on my stream. He's running a stream right now. He's on Ballbusters.
well, no, I didn't know if they're still going, but because Dermy is trying to get people to fucking tase him for like a monetized value. With a
No,
fucking
he
You don't
stun
have
gun.
to pay me. I'll pay you for
Sw-
free.
he
No,
offered to
yeah,
let someone tase him for $500. For 1,000, they can tase him in the balls.
yeah.
Bro, go check out a Toe for Life channel. Ajot tased him twice and once in the bunghole
Why would you go for the
Mm.
bunghole?
because she's mean. She's just mean.
Wait, she?
Ajot chased down Toe for Life on a live stream and tased him in the back. And then he turned and said, no, don't do it in the back. That hurts. And she said, okay. And he turned around and turned his back. And so she hit him in the butt.
Oh, I thought you tased the girl in the butt.
Oh, no. Originally, they were going to do it for donations, but then she got a hold of the taser and it was on like Donkey Kong.
Originally, it was for the donations. Then she's like going, "Oh, OnlyFans, tase me my own butthole."
They handed her the taser. That was when the donations was over. She tased the guy who handed it to her and then chased Toe down immediately. It's beautiful.
I mean, I kind of get it. As psycho as that is. Squatch is like, oh,
I told her, I was like, Sasquatch approves. That is absolutely approved activity.
Being tased sucks, though.
It does.
Yes,
It's
it
not
is.
fun.
Ride the lightning.
Yeah.
Is it this computer? Hold on. Is it this computer or the other computer that I have the video of me being tased?
Careful.
It is. I got this video of me being tased.
Oh boy.
Again.
Okay, so well, we started with cryptids and now we're moving on to Ryan being tased. Let's
Brian
let's
might
it,
be.
buddy.
Hold on. I need to make sure. Hold on, because it is a Windows media player file. I need to make sure it works.
Yeah, good luck with that. That was the problem I was having.
That's
earlier.
how long ago it was. Window movies and TV. Just trying Windows movies and TV. It
Jesus
works. Oh my god, I'm so young. No weirdo. Like as soon as I said that. All right.
That'll teach you for saying shit.
That'll teach you. All right, hold on. Let me hop back into the StreamYards here and I'll share it.
Yeah, good luck.
Good, yeah. That is StreamYards.
It's StreamYards and Windows for that matter. I'm saying
taser would?
Dude, you know what? God damn it! I should get fucking monetization for this crap. What the hell?
Hey, Snark and Sass.
Booby.
Yeah, snark. I thought it said shark and sass, and I was like, "Oh no, we were talking about sharks earlier." That makes sense.
That woman
it's Snark and Sass.
Troll.
Do you think that a taser would be effective against a Sasquatch or a Bigfoot, or is their hide too their hide and their fur covering too thick for that?
To share the entire screen
depends on how thick the hair is and whether or not it's wet.
All right.
Oh yeah, baby. Good God, look at that stud muffin. Jesus Christ, why are you doing this to me? Hold on.
You realize how long ago this was, right?
Yeah, before we play this, YouTube, this is for entertainment purposes only. The dude who's in the image is on the panel sharing this with us. He's fine. Yeah, just putting that out there.
God, I had such skinny arms. Wow.
I wish you luck, Sam.
I was 21 in this. Do you know how long ago? This is 17 years. 17 years. Yes. No. You're 20. So I was actually wow.
Say there. The older the berry, the sweeter the juice. Come on,
man. You guys ready for this crap?
I'm born ready, baby.
Oh my God! At least I'm terrible. Jesus. Goof at 21. Ooh.
Oh, you get that job.
Yeah, down he goes like second.
Back shot, baby. Back shots. Yes, sir.
Take you out every time.
Look. Beep.
I have an observation here, and I might be overthinking it a little bit.
Yeah.
What's the chances of catching a square shot like that in the field?
It's very rare.
Low, I'd imagine.
But you look, like you just drop within like not even a half a second.
Where's this going? After dark, we're gonna start twerking. I'm teaching Ryan.
All right, y'all hooligans. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Stop.
Hey, whoa,
trippy.
Yeah, well, because I had to share my whole entire screen because it was a Windows Media Player file.
Right.
So there it is. Me, 21, getting tased. There it is.
Those who have not been tased or who didn't quite understand what happened there is that full-on back shot is so close to your central nervous system and your spinal column that basically it just short circuits everything.
Yeah,
you drop. It also short circuits all your muscles spaz out, including the ones that control your bladder. It's a whole mess.
What the hell was that noise? Ooh woo! What'd you do?
I think that was us. I think that
God
was
damn him.
I
so much. Fucking hate him.
No, you don't. You love it. You love the attention.
You know what? I am a glutton for punishment. No, not that kind, weirdo.
Damn it. Because I'm your man. I'm that guy.
Sign me up. And it's like, no, not that kind. Oh, he's like, this is so degenerate. Samuel,
you know, this isn't even the worst ever, and I think it's still all right. You know,
what do you think the worst ever would be?
You want to go camping?
No, yeah, I don't want to go camping.
Yeah.
I don't
you don't want to be in a pup tent with Uncle Squatch.
No.
You know, put your
I'll
little
tell you,
like
red
Boy Scout
is-
uniform
He
on.
may have a bigger beard than me, but trust me, I'm packing probably about a heavier 60 pounds and a good 4 inches more.
Oh,
Oh,
ATL Transparency
that
says,
is just
"Good
so.
night. The pain pills are kicking."
yeah. Have a good night, brother.
I usually start losing him around 9:30, 9:45.
Yeah.
Well, whatever you're
Oh.
taking pain pills for, I hope it's not too serious.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who are on YouTube because of you know, chronic injury and illness and whatnot. And this gives them something to do rather than just sitting around.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
He's on YouTube because his son was accosted at school and he tried to log a complaint with the school and they told him that the cops didn't work there. And so he went to the police department and they said, well, we don't take those. And then it turns out that school cops don't answer to anyone at all anywhere in the state of Atlanta, in the city of Atlanta.
What?
He could not figure out, as far as I know, he ended up filing his complaint with literally the DA. Because that
I
was
mean,
the only person that would take it.
so the school police officer should be county.
Yes, correct. Cobb County, to be specific. We went there. We
Yeah,
talked to them.
I mean, because everywhere I've ever lived, they're always usually county police officers. So even in Florida, like Pinellas County, it was the Pinellas County Schools Police. So even though they were technically, you know, if you think county, think sheriff's department, but they were county schools, so they're
right, Shadow.
True.
see it,
I'm not
kid.
debating any of that. What I'm
That's
saying
so
is when he
weird.
went to go do the file the complaint at the school, they trespassed him from the school. When he went to the sheriff's department, the Cobb County place, to file a complaint there, they're like, oh, well, they do that at the police department. He's like, okay. He goes over to the police department. They're like, no, you got to go to the school resource division. And then they sent him back to the police department. They just passed the buck around for a while. And eventually he ended up filing with like the DA and a few other different locations just kind of randomly just to get a paper trail started.
Well, that sounds kind of like Atlanta. It's
Mhm.
very, we'll just say, one politically demographic.
Georgia refers to it as the lost city of Atlanta.
Yeah.
Well, where I'm out in Wyoming, we have school liaison officers, but they're directly attached to the local police department and city police, not county.
Yeah.
You know,
So
they're basically on loan from the PD to the school district.
so our university is like that. So the university is the local PD, but the schools themselves, unless they're actually within the city limits, are county. So
Mhm.
school resource
Of course,
officers, just for the record, by the way, they actually do save lives. So
Yeah, I mean, it would make more sense probably to have a deputy or somebody on hand from the county sheriff's department, because we are also in the county seat, so the sheriff's office is in the same fucking town as the PD.
An observation, and my perception of school resource officers is typically they're not exactly the cream of the crop of the given PD.
I think that depends
where
on the
depends
location.
depends on the location, because here, it's a special division, kind of like canine
Okay.
narcotics, SWAT, stuff like that. It's something that you have to actually, be a regular patrol police officer to, and then apply for, and you have to be approved. So, I'm not saying that that's everywhere.
Okay.
Obviously, we saw it somewhere in Florida that
Well,
some weird shit
Georgia may be
happened.
very similar then, because
hmm
locally ours are typically either,
Broward County.
too, a little too chunky, or the chick who's a little too small, or the guy with the really thick glasses, the one that's fixing to retire. Those are our school resource officers.
Yeah.
So when I was in high school, we didn't have the school resource officers, or the I guess liaison officers were not a thing when I was in high school out here. We did have a disciplinarian who was former police. They did tend to hire former cops for that.
See,
In his particular case, we found out later that he was former police for good fucking reason,
so
and he shouldn't have been around kids at all.
I'm not going to touch that with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah.
So you and I actually, even though we're what about 4 or 5 years apart, ish,
Give or take. Yeah.
give or take. Yeah, I'm actually different. That's where I actually learned for the first time that a more positive interaction. With and I even took like what was it? It was like an American law, basically a police officer taught about being a cop and laws, actual laws, not like
Right. Right.
U.S. government, stuff like that, but like
No. Right. Right. Ryan.
practical
I'm
law.
not saying that all cops are bastards. That's not. I don't
Oh
believe that
no,
for a second.
that's
I
what
think
Snark
some
said.
cops are
No,
bastards,
no, I'm
and
not saying
some
that.
are not.
Snark got arrested a little while ago.
No, Snark went off on a tangent. Don't. I'm not talking about Snark.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
talking about
I'm talking about when you say my experiences, like all of my experiences with officers have not been negative. There have been a few that were extremely negative. There have been a
no,
few that were extremely positive.
no.
You know?
I'm talking about in the school system. That's
Yeah.
like
So am
so. I
I.
was like, okay, well, trust me. I got. No, so everybody has that one friend, right? Everybody has that one friend
Mhm.
that who likes to ruffle the feathers, like pisses everybody off. Yeah, no, I've been stopped more than once because of that guy. We decided to have a fifth. Like, yeah, you
Uh,
decided
Dude,
to have a
you
fist
can't
fist
take me
fight
anywhere.
behind a fucking church, and
I've been
so
to every single bar, everywhere, always.
so decided to have a fist fight behind a fucking church. Me and a girl that was his sister and a girl that was friends with his sister. They were in my vehicle because I was the youngest. All right, so it was the last to drive. Right, I had a little Dodge Ram 50 pickup truck. So we're pulling out. Here comes the sheriff's department with lights. They pull in front of us. I'm like, oh shit, here we go. And so start talking to them and stuff like that. They're like going, oh, so you guys aren't a part of the fight. They figure it out because they had a description. It's like, no, no, no. They're like, all right, you guys probably shouldn't be doing this on your lunch period, right? And I'm like, yeah, it's like just I've had my fair share of run-ins, but no, no. Look,
Mhm.
everybody has their own experiences. I don't judge.
Might have had a different experience in high school. Just a little different.
Well,
When
just because you got fucking groped from behind by a cop squatch
no,
doesn't mean that. I'm just kidding.
I was going camping with a group of guys over a particular
Snark is
week.
really trying hard to fucking troll, and it's not gonna work.
Yeah, I know.
It's really trying
There we
hard.
go. And
Dude, I've done this for a while. You're not gonna get me on this one.
I had a batch of guns I wanted to take with me. And so, like, I get up that morning and I called the school and was like, hey, I'm bringing some guns with me because we're leaving for like a week. And they were like, okay. And I got on the bus and I took them to school, and the school resource officer dude met me at the bus, took the guns. We went inside and put them in the locker. And then after school, I went and picked them up. I was like 16. And all of this went down completely above board. This is totally a thing.
Well, in my elementary school, no, it was either late elementary to early middle school. I mean, they actually here in Colorado, where I grew up, they taught a hunter safety course where you would actually learn how to clean a 22 long rifle. You get your small games license, and you had to go to the range to qualify to learn how to do that. And it's like, what happened to that in school for kids to understand how to respect a firearm, right? And so got on a weird tangent about firearms in schools because Squatch started it, so it's his
Well, I
fault.
mean, he's not wrong. I mean, like the high school I went to, everybody and their dog had 2 or 3 rifles
Yes,
in the back of their pickup truck window. When they drove to school, nobody gave a shit. Everybody was armed. Some people had guns in their
easy,
locker.
Lenny.
You know, it
Jesus.
wasn't that big a deal. You know, but we also didn't have people, you know, getting jacked up on antidepressants and SSRIs and antipsychotics and shooting up the place either. So
Oh, that's a good thing to mention. I didn't exactly come walking on the bus with a stack of guns slung over my shoulder. I stuck them in a duffel bag, and the bus driver knew about it, and it wasn't like I was hiding anything.
It's a very different time.
Yeah,
yeah,
it was
I went
different.
to a high school where there were hunting rifles in the gun racks on the trucks in the parking lot.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah,
in the
And
principal's
then
parking lot.
yeah, and then of course, obviously, while I was in high school, that's when Columbine happened, and it changed everything
yeah.
because
I actually have a story to tell you guys, but I want to do it off the air because it's a little too specific of an event and will absolutely dox my location. So,
don't
you
be a
know,
bitch.
in regards
Come on,
to
pussy,
firearms
let's
in
go.
school.
Come on, pussy.
No, because this is something you can absolutely look up. And I would rather people in the chat didn't do that. No offense, guys.
Right?
Yeah.
Wow.
But I
Just
will
for the
tell you-
record,
will tell you
no,
offline.
I'm just kidding. I'm giving him a hard time. No, we don't want him to dox
By the
himself.
way, Ryan's address is.
Uh,
I'm not gonna. It was a joke, dude.
do you know my new address?
Not off the top of my head. You might have sent it to me. I know whereabouts, but I'm not going to tell anybody.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Yeah,
that
no,
kind of
I
thing.
mean,
So,
yeah, I'm not too concerned. But
yeah.
no, I just was wondering if I had actually given my actual current address. Because I think you
No,
knew my
but-
old one in Florida.
Yeah, but I don't have it anymore. You don't live there.
It's not a problem.
Well, somebody else does now.
Yeah. I mean, I could give that
day.
address out, but that'll be a problem for someone that I don't know, and I'm not sure that I'm willing to do that right this moment.
There it is.
So, but no, look, I get
can
what
tell.
Snark and Sass is saying. I grew up in a household that was very anti-authority, very anti-cop. What I didn't know as a small child was that a big part of the reason for that was because my dad was moving cocaine to our house. But you know, and all of those friendly uncles that came around in the MC cuts were not just friends of my dad. They were business associates, and they were not all on the up and up. You know, so
Well,
yes,
you
the
did-
sentiment that all cops are bastards is something I grew up with, but my experience with cops, generally speaking, has been
Wait.
the same as every other group of people. They're just people.
Hold on.
Some are
Let me
good, some are
just
bad.
say, You mean to tell me that people who are not honest are not honest?
Yeah, as it turns out.
Right?
Damn it. There it is. I hate it when I don't hit the buttons.
Yeah. So, you know, but so growing up, yeah, it was like, you don't talk to cops, you know, you just don't. And later I was in positions where I was not given a choice but to, you know, talk to cops. I mean, I could not talk. I could sit there in silence, but I wasn't, it was going to be a long day. And there were, I think the first real positive interaction I ever had was actually with my dare officer in 5th grade.
Dare to keep
Which-
kids off drugs.
Yeah, well, this was the dare program was brand fucking new at the time too. So,
Hold on. We need to fucking share a dare, a 90s dare commercial.
Truth or
Do we?
dare?
It's not that kind of dare.
Damn it.
I tell you
Thought I
what,
had it this
the
time.
dare campaign would have been so much more effective at keeping kids off drugs if they had told us how much fucking fun they were. They're like,
Dare
"This
commercial
is
16 years ago. Oh my God. This is like it was recorded on a VHS.
Hold on. I got to ask you this. Do you remember the anti-crack rappers of like the late 80s?
kind of."
He probably does. I was born in 85, so new.
New. Okay.
Well, I mean, new. I don't. Dare to keep kids off drugs, guys. Here we go. Fucking crap. This is 480p at its finest.
Drugs, some of the big kids do them. So it's tough for us younger now. But my mom and dad helped get this.
This is a VHS, by the way. You can see the
whoa.
fucking squigglies at the bottom.
Yeah. So some of the drugs, some of the big kids do them. All right, stitches get snitches, you little bitch.
DARE, anti-drug program in our school.
It's run by specially trained police. Now we're saying no to drugs.
Holy shit, it's We Are the World, but like miniature.
Terrible.
Get DARE in your kid's school too by visiting Country Style Donuts. Purchase the DARE Bear and show you care.
Oh, sweet mother of Jesus.
That's from like very early on in that
yeah,
that
dude, that was like the early 90s.
Yeah.
Which
Man.
I took that about around the early 90s, right?
Do you remember those commercials where they would crack eggs into a frying pan? They'd be like, "This is
your
brain," and they crack the eggs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah.
Like, yes. What exactly does that mean?
I mean, because
my favorite
super
of all
confusing
time.
because I love eggs. So
When the guy walks in and looks at the kid and he's got the box in his hand, he's like, "What is this?" And the kid goes, and he's like, "I found this in your room. Are you doing drugs? Where did you learn to do this?" And he goes, "I learned it from watching you, Dad."
Yep. I learned it from watching you, Dad.
Well, I should have taught you better. There are way better suppliers in this town than you were using. This is some really babby stuff, kid. You really need to go hook up with Uncle Dave. He's got the best stuff. Get this trash out of my house and bring in decent weed.
Where'd you get this bullshit? You could sell it on for like fucking $5 a dime back.
$80 for it.
Richard L says 81.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, they started in 81, but that's definitely not given the style and the haircuts. That's not 81. It's like 91. I know because I was born in 85, and fuck, I wonder if I have like a school picture of me when I was in fucking high
You
school.
sweet summer child.
Yeah. Oh, it was definitely a sweet summer child.
Yes.
Easy, you perv. It's kind of the same attitude that I use in today's world. It's like, oh, you review something from like when you're younger, you're like, oh, Britney Spears when she first came out, or Christina Aguilera or something like that. It's like, oh my God, they're so hot. And we're like, oh my God, dude, they're like 16 and 17. And it's like, well, they're older than me, so it's fine. Fuck you. Like,
it is a little weird though, because like my first crush as a kid was Danica McKellar when she played Winnie Cooper on the Wonder Years, because she's my age, right?
Yes,
And I think and so you still got that memory in the back of your head of those good times of watching that show and just like being all in love with this fictional character and shit. But I've seen some pictures since of the Wonder Years, and I was like, God damn, she was a child.
Right.
I mean, so was I at the time.
You were a child.
Lucky for me, Dana McKellar
is
still a babe. So there's that.
You go. It's Veterans Day tomorrow. There you go. There's
What do you mean tomorrow? That was today.
I thought it was the 11th.
Dun, dun.
There's me 18 years old. Some baby nuts shit right there.
Yeah. Couldn't even grow a beard on that ball sack of a chin.
The fuck is wrong with you?
All kinds of shit.
No, dude.
Nope, you're right. It is tomorrow.
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
For some reason, I thought it was 11. I don't know. I don't get why I have an extra fucking day off if it's not today. If it's today, then that makes sense. But since it's tomorrow, there should not be a day off. I should have been at fucking work. Throws my whole goddamn schedule in disarray. I hate that shit. I hate fucking long weekends.
I'm gonna mess all y'all up.
You can go to work if you want. Pussy.
It is.
Nobody's
That
there.
is- Hey, hey, 'cause I'm on the East
Yes, sir.
Coast. It's today on the East Coast.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it
he's right.
just hit midnight over there.
1 a.m. now. I'm not late. I usually turn into a pumpkin by now.
No, fair enough. Fair enough.
Old and rotten is in like
Among
2
other
weeks.
things.
2 weeks
Kinda
after
orange,
Halloween is fucking ended.
I
You grumpy son bitch.
think you have me mistaken for Captain Curmudgeon. He's the one that screams, "Get off my lawn."
You little motherfuckers, get out my lawn.
Oh, he's great. Doing a show with him tomorrow.
Snark is central. Nice. I am just an hour before you, so
Yep. I stand corrected. I don't know why I got it into my head that it was today. I knew
because
it was
you're a
sometime around-
fucking homo.
Look, I don't keep calendars. Calendars are for people who use them.
Dude, it's 10/11 every fucking year. What the hell's wrong with you?
I
Man,
forgot.
I don't remember my own birthday most of the time.
Y'all are missing the important part. Lex,
Just giving Samuel shit.
do you remember Lex? That was everyone's first crush.
Who?
From the very
With the
first
two
episode.
X's?
With the two X's, the ship with the chick that was a sex bot that had downloaded military programming or something.
Man, I wasn't. Yeah, I vaguely remember that, but yeah, no.
Go check it out. Go watch it and wonder how it was on TV back then.
Yeah, my first crush was the Pink Ranger from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Amy Jo Johnson. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, so yeah, no, I'll give you that one.
Well, yeah, because I was born in 85.
Right? Because you're a child.
Yeah, it's true. Samuel, when's Memorial Day? Do not Google it, fucker. I'm gonna put you full screen.
I said Veterans Day and I didn't mean to.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't.
You know, I remember it when it comes up, when it gets pointed out to me that it's coming up, and then I will look up the date and I will observe it on the date. But for the most part, no, I don't remember. You know why I remember when Independence Day is? Because most people just call it July 4th.
What? You don't remember? Just fucking get him out of here. Just get him out of here. What the hell?
You
Fucking-
motherfucker.
Yo,
But-
what you gonna do?
I had a
What am I
moment
gonna do
alone.
about it?
For a moment, I was in heaven. And now I'm in hell.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's almost like I have control of your stream.
Why am I the only one not
Still-
affected by this? I don't understand what's going on.
Okay. Enough.
Are you done? Are you done?
For now, buddy. For now, I'll just wait till you're nice and asleep, and then I'll just slip inside so slow and so soft that you won't even notice that I'm there, and then you're gonna
Well,
have
that
weird
doesn't
dreams,
sound
buddy.
like your package, bro.
Yeah.
So
Because I
you're
got
gonna
a
you're gonna
package
text
of
me like you
these
always
over
do in the middle of the night? I'm gonna ignore you.
Pretty much.
Oh, Kohai says, Ryan, look at your Twitter. I would love to, Kohai.
You
started-
be like that.
You started, dude. You fucking started. You fucking started.
She's
bitch.
my memer, goddammit.
Not anymore. She's not. she's gonna fucking bend you over the fucking coals.
Well, Sasquatch, you
Thanks to you.
kind of wandered into something. Sorry about that.
And I got
Hey, dude, I wander in all over the place. It's good.
Jesus.
Oh no, I got this. I just didn't show it.
Oh, really?
I am not gay.
Like Dick. I think Dick was fantastic.
and I got news for you. That means you're gay.
Wait,
You
hold
validated.
on. Hold on. You said I think Dick is fantastic.
I am not
Like
gay.
all things
Like
that are
Dick,
mean,
I think
it's
Dick's
taken out of
fantastic.
context.
And I got news for you.
Oh my god. This
You
will
can call me Sasquatch.
forever
That is from a
live.
conversation about season 7 in Supernatural.
Not anymore.
No, that's what that's from. That's literally what that's from. I can show you the live stream that that's from.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't care.
But yeah, it was a pretty pretty poorly stated on my part, and Kohai took advantage
Oh,
of it.
dude, I got a picture of all the
did actually, Kohai. I did use it last fucking week.
She says you didn't, so I believe Kohai.
Well, she was at work or some shit because I've got it loaded up here. I remember playing it. See, right here. There it is.
I am not gay.
Like Dick. I think Dick was fantastic.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
Oh my God, that's the best thing ever.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'll give her that. It's pretty good.
You just fucking stepped in it so bad on that one.
This is why I don't join panel chats. That's probably for the best, Richard.
Yeah. No, I applaud him on that one. That's smart.
Some of the shit that Ryan has said that got memed is pretty fucked up. I mean, the Dick thing, it's just Dick, right? Whatever. Hey, Paul. Good to see you.
Paul, what's going on, buddy?
Somebody clip that for me. The Dick thing was Dick, whatever.
Yeah. So it all comes out in the end, I guess. I don't know how to say
Right
this
out the
without
zip.
making it worse.
You can't stop.
I lead
I
into
can't.
it so hard.
It's like I'm on a roll now.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Nope. Right.
It's just,
I haven't slept enough for this crap.
I know,
dudes.
buddy.
It's coffee.
It's just, it is what it is.
We still got about 53 minutes left. So, cryptids?
All right, so
how many cryptids could you fit up your ass, Ryan?
How many cryptids can fit on the head?
Well, you know what? I'm
At
not
least
experienced.
one. I'm going to be that
probably one. It would not be Caucasian Sasquatch because
Absolutely
I have a special
would be.
place
I'm
in my
so
heart
sneaky.
for
I'm already there.
Nessie of the Loch Ness Monster. Eat a dick, bitch. That's right. That's right. Eat a dick, bitch. You little.
I think you need
Y'all
to
heard it.
think about what
I
you've done
would
with
fucking
your life.
Nessie.
You're gonna fucking Nessie.
Over a
right?
Caucasian Sasquatch? Yeah, because
Yeah.
he's Caucasian, so he's
Well, he's
racist.
going to be gentle.
No, he's not going to be
I don't know
gentle.
about
He's
all
racist.
that.
He's
You're getting awful
Caucasian.
hopeful
That
over here.
means racist.
Wait. I've got the line. There's no safe words in Orcish.
That's true.
I'll do you one better. My safe word for is it's Zeflugenhammer.
Oh, good. Mine's harder.
Exactly. Just like I'll be.
All right. You know what?
Yes, sir.
Samuel's like, oh my God.
You know, this has been a great deal of fun. We can try to continue with the cryptid discussion, but I just get the feeling it's going to be more of Sasquatch trying to use Ryan.
I got time.
I mean, I got another 30, 45 minutes, so bring it on.
Okay. So you know what they say about guys with big feet, right?
Big shoes.
Yeah.
No, they're probably going to touch you.
Fucking clowns.
That's the best one I've actually heard. That one is great. Mommy,
You know,
why did Bozo touch my booty?
You had to see it and clipped.
You guys are fucked up. What the hell?
there might be something wrong with the panel. There's definitely something in the chat.
Well, Samuel's mom won't make it through this panel, and it's only been an hour and 36 minutes.
No, she will not. She will not listen
she'll
to
be
this.
going, "Oh
if
my
she
God,
does, she's going to yell at
Ryan."
me later,
Yeah.
and then she's going to yell at Ryan through me.
Yep. Can you? Is there a way you can record the phone call?
I'd like to hear that. I mean, you know, in the
I don't
privacy
even
of-
want to have the phone call.
Apparently I can be better. Is the long and the short of it.
I know what you mean. not long ago, I got dressed down by my aunt for all the videos on my channel. Apparently,
none of my family watches this crap, but like fucking Samuel's mom should be like going, "Oh my god, you guys are so crass, and you're the worst one." And Ryan, he can be better. It's like, what the hell does that mean?
No. What she said was is that Ryan is capable of so much better.
Okay, there you go. Sorry. There it is.
My aunt told me that I needed to take down all of those videos with all of that gutter language. And I said, "You're right, Connie. I love you to death, right?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm sure." I said, "But if I start worried about what little old ladies think about what I put up on YouTube, might as well quit."
Yeah.
She's like, I do forget whose kid you are sometimes. She even sat back down at her side of the Waffle House and left me to my coffee. That's what we do.
All right. So cryptids.
We can prove it. No, wait, no, we can't prove it because
I don't. Well, I was gonna say that's kind of the whole point of cryptids is you can't. We can't prove them. If we could prove them, they wouldn't be cryptids. They'd be fauna.
Well said.
Hold on, real quick. Clue. I will send you the link.
I've already done it. It takes a second.
Oh,
he's got it. He's got the link.
Let's take this at a different angle. Instead of let's going at it from cryptids, let's look at the cryptids we have descriptions of as descriptions of previously extant creatures. For instance, do you know there was a giant 12-foot tall baboon?
Yes.
It's a big baboon.
For Dogman pretty closely if you take a good look at it from an artistic perspective.
All right, I can give you that. Here's the question that I have, and this is not an appropriate question at all. So sorry, Mom, but was it just like a regular baboon scaled up?
For the most part, there were a few individual like its tail was extremely abbreviated. Its or the pelvic bone there was extremely abbreviated.
Did it have a giant, brightly colored bare ass?
Probabilities are very high considering the
yeah, genetics usually don't fall very short from the tree. But welcome to the Clue Channel.
Hey, what I miss?
Oh, a bunch of gay jokes and talking about Bigfoots and Loch Ness
I don't know
monsters.
who you thought was joking.
Point. Samuel, what's your favorite sandwich to bend over and pick up?
Oh.
I dropped the soap. Can you get
Whichever one's not in front of you.
I'm gonna go Brokeback Mountain on your ass.
Sasquatch, what's going on, bro?
What's happening, baby? How you shaking, Bacon?
Hey, man, I love the
Black
outro.
people?
Careful.
I don't love black people, but I love the outro.
Sorry, dude.
Wait,
you're black. What
you do? with the whole toaster thing. That shit's so classic.
Best thing ever.
Yeah.
That's the best shit ever.
I know the words are just slightly off, but it's the best fucking ever.
Best ever. Is it?
Samuel, make it.
I don't have it separated from the intro outro for Saturday. Like I don't have that clip pulled up yet, but yeah, it's pretty great. I'll grant you that. But that's I use that on the Saturday show, not this one.
It's Grammy award-winning shit.
I was sitting scrolling through some YouTube videos, scrolling through some shorts, I come across somebody smoking a cigar, like stumbling down some steps singing that. And I went, that's really cool, but it's just homie sounds like the Dark Knight. Every day I'm just getting closer. Hold on, this could be great.
Man, I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
That's good stuff.
I appreciate it. It's good to be appreciated.
Jesus.
I've been validated, Brian. You're going to lose your place at the top. Oh, and Ryan's on top. Ryan's.
Samuel,
Here's
for the
here's the
love
clip.
of,
I got that. What?
For the love of God, clean up your fucking clips. It's like sticking your dick in a rat's nest.
I
What the
just
hell is
told you it's not in there. I had to
Ouch.
upload it again.
Like,
No,
ouch.
I'm talking about the whole entire thing. Everything
No,
is
The whole
I know where
set.
they are. I know where everything is.
really.
Yeah. Yeah,
What's the
really.
clue?
Don't fuck with my clips.
Hey, how did I get up in there? What was that? Who did that?
That's not even
Who
the
did
clips, man. That's just the video fucking or those are just the overlays.
Yeah, it's just the overlays, and you have 85,000.
Yeah, because I got lots of fun stuff to show.
Really?
God.
Really? Is it?
I mean,
Oh,
mostly
haven't
fun.
seen that one in a while. There's
you
another one. I
almost
haven't
didn't
seen.
see that one at all. Yeah, that one's good.
There
Y'all
we
gonna
go.
put that back up for a second. Hold on.
Shout out to Nomi. You know I love
Damn
Nomi.
it. You ruined it. I was almost there.
All right.
All right, stop fucking with Samuel shit.
Anyway, but yeah, Clue. I did re-upload the clip. This is the clip separate from the actual intro video. But here.
Well, I say every day it's a getting closer to taking a bath with my fucking toaster.
That's Tony Award winning shit right there, Mr. Sasquatch. It is. It is.
Stop fucking with my buttons.
I'm just dicking with you, dude, sir. All right. I'm hands off. I'm backing out.
You know what? I'm gonna go upload.
Don't
a bunch
do
of
it.
Porn, deep like deep dicking images and videos up to yours, and then I'm gonna label them as something different, so that you'll go push a thing like, I don't know, a tree touched me. Just be like five guys railing one butthole.
Hey, leave Tom alone with the tree touched me. All right.
No. This isn't about Tom. You will think it's that video, but when you play it, Tom will not be in the video. It will just be five dicks railing a single butthole.
Dude, it literally
Are they fighting again?
They're married. What am I supposed to do? Separate them and send
What
them
am
to
I
their
supposed to
home?
do?
I mean, earlier they were having some kind of weird war, and I was the only one unaffected. I ended up with all shit.
Oh my god. It is what it is.
Hey, they say that you hurt that you hurt the ones you love, so I'm going
That's why I
to
spank
fucking
Ryan.
bury you. That was a joke. I'm not going to bury you. How else would I get my fix?
Mike,
Oh,
you're
wow.
into that kind
Wow.
of thing.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know.
I am not gay.
Like Dick. I think Dick was fantastic.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
That was a plum.
I haven't seen that one.
This is just the tip of 5 guys at once.
Lioness, yeah, lioness.
This is
Now you're clicking on shit that doesn't even make sense in context.
I know, right?
Context. I don't have any context for none of this stuff. Cryptids.
All right.
There's one.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a Yeti who.
Yes,
well,
that was
yeah.
on purpose. We're bringing us
He
back around.
probably has an OSHA claim on that one.
Oh, Pop Boys.
I'm pretty sure you sent me that one too, Squatch.
I think I did. Because you invited me on and I sent you a video. I have no idea why I did that.
Snark and Zats, a comment asking if they were married retracted. Yes, we were.
I'm telling you.
No
Snark and
homo,
Zats,
though.
the greatest trolls I've ever encountered. She doesn't even mean to.
Oh man, StreamYards is so slow that I didn't even see the Thanos berries clip play on my side. I'm only getting the context from the chat.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is. All right. So, Clue, what do you know about cryptids?
What do I know about what?
Cryptids, like animals or fauna or beings that we don't have like solid evidence for their existence, like Sasquatch, Chupacabra, Loch Ness Monster.
I'm right here, dude.
He's right here, so I think he does exist. He's
Bigfoot.
right there. I can see him on my screen. Yeah. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So, but that was the topic, and then it turned into this whole like.
I keep hitting on Ryan, and then me hitting on Ryan again.
I mean, well, I didn't say I hated it, so.
You did several times, actually.
But what I do hate is the fact that Samuel's a big gay bitch.
10,000 no's and a yes is still a yes.
Not a big gay bitch. He's a medium-sized gay bitch.
No, he's a big gay bitch.
I mean, I'll take it, I guess, from the guy who's chained up by a T-Rex. That's fine. What have you?
I'm so happy. Ryan's on top.
He's on top. Not a power bottom.
He's gonna ride that side.
Yeah.
Well, as much as you're gonna ride that big gay bitch.
I got time. I might even make some spare time for that one.
Just for the record. I just want to say for the record.
Good.
Not a big gay bitch.
Yeah, I got it.
Medium-sized gay bitch.
You started, dude. You started.
Oh, I know. I started it. I'll finish
How
it.
you doing, Clay?
You just wait.
What's happening over there?
Meanwhile, I'm gonna choke back on this dick.
You gonna be choking on it.
What'd you say, Samuel? What? Huh?
I don't know. It seemed appropriate to say while I was actually choking on something.
Good girl.
This is gonna get out of control really bad.
I think honestly, it's probably time to end the show.
Are you sure?
This is why.
No, wait. You haven't got the money shot yet.
What in the hell? What is wrong with you?
We might just have to cream pie this bitch.
Yeah, wow.
I'm down. All right, you get that in. I'm gonna get this in. Ryan, don't complain and don't press charges.
Ooh.
Why'd y'all drop him?
I didn't drop him.
I did. Fucking black people.
Is punishable. Right thinking will be as quickly rewarded. You will find it an effective combination.
Did you just drop Clue too?
What? He asked questions.
How you gonna drop me, Ryan? I thought we was cool. I thought we was boys, man. Come on, man. Come on.
I want to take the joke further, but I can't because I already said because black people ask too many questions.
Well, we have to last another 8 minutes.
Because we want to know why.
Oh,
yeah, this is definitely getting this. Hell, I probably clip something out of this and show it later. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we've really screwed the pooch on this one. Yeah, you know, again, still, I'm on top of you, which means that you're the bottom. So,
hey,
that just means
I'm
you're
not
riding him
complaining as long as I'm involved.
That's a good answer.
Right.
God
So,
damn it.
So on that note,
I can't figure out why the ladies didn't want to be here tonight.
Yeah,
I don't know either.
We're here, and then it got gay. So here we are.
Who got gay? He got gay.
I said
She
we
got
got
gay.
gay, motherfucker. You gave as good as you got.
Well, yeah, you don't know that Mad TV clip. Oh, I need to clip that. Upload it. He got gay. Sorry, mental note.
Yeah.
Everybody else is like, going, what?
Okay, so on that note, we are probably going to end the show. We're coming up on 2 hours anyway, and I apparently am going to choke on my own spit until I fucking die tonight. So
that'll be
Probably
fun.
not that.
No, I'm coughing.
So you're going to a mirrors chat, is what you're saying?
Hey, hold up, Ryan.
Not here.
Not here.
So,
I like my face.
yeah. So anyway, while I've still got breath in me, let's go around the horn and tell people where they can find us. We'll start with Dirty Rex Fucker.
Yes, my name is Ryan. I'm the Dirty Rex Fucker, and you can find me, unfortunately, on this motherfucker's channel all the goddamn time, especially tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern. Sorry, 4 p.m. Mountain, 6 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna be talking about what again?
Motherfucker, you aren't in Eastern anymore. You know you don't have to say that. They can do the time shit themselves.
No,
you say
no,
time.
actually,
you're in Mountain Time. Just fucking say Mountain Time.
No, hold on. I've actually found out that no, they can't do the time change.
No,
they really
That seems like a them problem.
Well,
No one
not if
can.
you want viewers, motherfucker.
Nobody does the conversions for me. That's all I'm saying.
You know what? Shut the fuck up. So, yes, you can find me on Screaming Into the Void tomorrow at 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. It'll be 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And, of course, after that, I will be on Vets Talking on what time? It'll be 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to have, it's somebody's birthday, and apparently it's going to get super gay. It's going to be a lot of shots and a lot of guests.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's just perfect, Squatch. The faces, that's awesome.
I know, I love it.
Find you on the internet.
Apparently it's circling your orbit, Dick.
Well, no, the Caucasian Saw Squatch, plug your stuff, please.
Plug my stuff.
Plug your stuff.
All right, so tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern, I'll be on the Blast Radio, Captain Curmudgeon, where we look at the decline of Western civilization from the perspective of people who didn't care to begin with. After that, we're going to discuss the Apollo astronauts who recently passed away and their contributions to the universe and that mythical thing they call the moon. They once went there, men walked on it, and there's no cows, and it's not made of cheese.
That's fair. All right. Clue, where can people find you on the interweb?
On YouTube. You can find me at the Clue Channel. You can find me at the Clue Channel. Also on Twitter. And I will be as Screaming Into the Void tomorrow.
Excellent. As for my part, those of you who are here from my channel, you know where to find me.
Sasquatch approves.
You cocksucking.
Look, hold on. It was Sasquatch approved. I get a pass on that one.
You don't get a pass from me, asshat?
Yeah, I do, because you invited him on. You did it. You started, dude.
Hey, Ryan, that's bullshit, but it's really, really good bullshit, so continue.
Exactly.
Anyhow, you can find me here, there, and everywhere. We do live streams throughout the weekend. This is Abyssal Musings. Tomorrow is Screaming Into the Void, and Sunday will be Star Trek Engage. Screaming Into the Void tomorrow, since Ryan did ask, we're going to be talking about the EU's planned quote-unquote digital wallets, which involves a lot more than currency. We'll probably be getting into some other stuff involving the WEF. Well, we're going to save that for tomorrow, but it involves tracking. It involves ID. It involves facial recognition programs. It involves basically the governments of the EU being entirely too much in their citizens' business.
Mm-hmm. Just like I thought.
Which means
the government was going to get
which
involved
means Clue is fucked because he's black. So
well, he's not.
He's not really, because I'm a techie. I'm a techie, so not really.
So that'll be the topic for the main topic for tomorrow. We might get into a couple of other things that are on a more related note. We're going to be getting back into the swing of chipping away at the monolith of globalist death worship. So that's other than that, that's all I got. So thank you all for coming. Appreciate all of you. And remember, YouTube, it could always be worse. Could be raining flaming cobras. Have a great night.
What is it?